day. It's Madden NFL football. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now the Bengals offense, they'll start with great field position. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his 2nd start in the NFL.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steal yourself.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 6. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
They keep on the
on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. Now Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got this down to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. Jackson, option right. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Sauce Gardner, he got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line of scrimmage.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Cunningham. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense returns to the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But you look at this defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the option, here's Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Henry running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Jackson now. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Jackson will throw again. Being chased out left.
And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Jordan Love has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Gardner Minshew throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Geno Smith throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The escape. Ability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Henry up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Jackson. Connecting with Kohler on the out route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go play action with Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Running from the gun with Henry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that can...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Justin Jefferson,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Bengals add 6 to their lead.
His 1st career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Henry again on 2nd down.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. Open man, that's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Touchdown, Bengals. T.J. Hockenson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Here's a 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Williams. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Why you have the fullback, Charles, couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy, turned to a little more power, they score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. To throw is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On second down, here's Jackson. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to work. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore,